It's Appy.
Cook, Farah, Appy.
I don't like cooked. I don't like fat.
We are only on YouTube today as well. We're not on Facebook. Oh yeah. I'll do you guys want to dribble a bit?
To who? To each other? Just having a chat? What do you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, you're just starting, going live, are you?
Yeah, we're live.
Oh, hey,
right.
yeah, fuck yeah. Hey, everyone. Thanks
Hey
for tuning
everyone.
in.
I'm gonna get
Sav's throwing us some curveballs.
Yep. We're doing some good
I
stuff.
can't hear myself at the moment.
You can't.
I can hear you.
How about now?
No.
I just got so loud.
Oh.
Turn other things.
Is that it?
No, I can't hear things.
Is that you?
No.
Now it's quiet.
Am I plugged
but I can
in?
still hear.
You're probably not.
Blah, 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 blah. Vigoro.
Oh wait, that's why.
A little bit of something.
Ah well, don't worry. You don't need to hear yourself. All right, guys. Guys, Kahoot. Oh, geez. Has this been a massive fail putting it only on YouTube?
Because no one's going to be on.
No one's watching. We
That's good. We're talking too much shit.
Oh, we've got 5 people watching, which is
How do we quick sign into the game? Is there a photo I can scan over here?
yeah.
Is there a code? Is there a code there?
Yeah.
One of those QR codes, which is easy. Or you can code it. I didn't have the thing.
How do I get the guys? Yes, so we have. Is that you, Tim? Tom?
No.
Okay, we have Cleary. We've got some people in the game. Cheers, guys. Cheers. So, guys, SuperCoach. Yeah. SuperCoach.
We talking?
Yeah, SuperCoach.
SuperCoach. How's your week, Savs?
Yeah, good.
Good?
Good.
You want to expand that? We know you had a good week. I know we'll get into it, but we know how good you are. You can tell us.
Oh no, it's been pretty shit actually.
I actually saw a Facebook post of some guy. It was a screenshot of his head-to-head.
Yeah.
It was like, you effing bet that I found a way to effing lose this one. And it was, he scribbled out both of the names, like his name and the emblem, and
He scribbled out
actual
the
name
emblem
underneath,
full
and
protection.
on the other side as well. And it was you.
Oh really?
So like you were one of the experts, and he's like, "Yeah, you bet I fucking found a way to lose this game. Ridiculous."
On Central.
Yeah, you got him by like, I can't remember how many points you got him by, but he obviously got a lot as well. So only just beat him.
Yeah, I left points on the park as well. I'm actually disappointed with my week considering.
I'll see if I can quickly find it.
Yeah, Central.
Yeah, that's the only big one that I.
Oh, you can pick your own animal. That's mad.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Last week I got the auto one.
One of the comments was like, "I'm sure Brandon Savage doesn't mind," or something like that.
Are we just not in the game yet? Because
No, you're in
I
the game.
was.
So there is Hads here, Beefcake Betties, Furi Moi Moi, Bees Balls, Cleary Goat, Hads, and Tom. Oh,
Sorry, I wasn't very creative with that, was I?
yeah. I hate how I miss stuff like oh no.
I should have. I didn't even think about it.
I like kind of commenting on these things.
Ah, here it is. It's all an effort from myself to find a way to lose this head to head, and then that was the photo.
Oh yeah, that's me. It's like oh yeah, I see it.
It's proper blurted out.
Yeah, you can even see the J and Brandon underneath it.
it's funny how people think you'd care. Like oh, I can't show that person's first
Yeah,
name.
it's
or their
on
team name.
SuperCoach anyway.
It's
like-
weird. It's not like it's your bank details. So how many we got in the?
We've got 16 watching. Jesus.
Should we kick off then?
Huh?
Are we going to kick off?
Or do we kick off? Yeah, because we're gonna start the podcast.
Kick off.
5 minutes in, start the podcast. It's too. Is it? Oh, we have another one. Is it too late to It's too late to go on YouTube. Oh, there are some people joining. More people joining.
Oh, I'm going to get off this one. Oh, I can't. I'm pretty sure he's not going to play. I need to use my phone because this one's going to go dead.
All right. When Timmy joins, we're done.
Sorry, boys.
Oh, you asshole. All right, let's go, guys. Are you in, Timmy? Once you're in. Guys, cheers for tuning in and playing Kahoot. It's usually very Facebook heavy, but
Something you decided not go on Facebook today. Who was that?
well, because when we're in the Picklebet studio, I think the Facebook Live capabilities are not quite there.
Yeah.
So I had to.
You know what? I take it back. I'm sorry.
Got to take the hit nice and early just to get it done. You know. Are you in, Tim?
Yeah.
He's typing something, so he's not.
Fooey. That's you.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Let's go. Kahoot. TLT rounds.
We need to set the screen, don't we?
Oh, yeah,
The
maybe.
question doesn't come up.
No. I'll read you the. Oh.
But you got to be fast in Kahoot, mate.
Who is the highest ranked
We're only gonna
SuperCoach
get triangles and
experience
shapes,
host? Who's the highest ranked?
I can't see the options either.
Oh, Mikey, Savs, Jake's Hads. Yeah.
More order?
Yeah, Mikey, Savs, Jake, Hads.
We're at a disadvantage here.
It's huge.
You are. Just come around here. Like you're not
Well,
on the
that's what I was
screen.
going to do.
Oh,
Savs.
I thought I was trying to click Savs. What were you doing?
It's blue, yeah. Tom.
Sorry, mate.
All right, quiz. Whose price increased the most? Nathan Cleary, Zach Hosking, Greg Marju, Cody Walker. This week. Ooh, it's a tough one. Gregosaurus.
yeah, looks. I was like 0 from 2 last week. Savs didn't write the quiz this week, fellas, so we're all in with a shot.
Quiz. Multi-select. Which teams had 3 or more SuperCoach 100+ scores? 3 or more. So Penrith, Dolphins, Titans, Rabbitohs.
Oh, could be a trick question.
It's not.
What was the first one? Dolphins.
Panthers, Dolphins, Titans, Rabbitohs.
Oh,
Yep. That's it. Yeah, Dolphins. Gilbert, Azarko. I didn't write these questions either. Who currently is the highest owned player in SuperCoach? Cleary, Katoa, Khan Piera, or Tom Trebojevic? I don't know this, but taking a stab in the dark. Khan Piera.
I stabbed Campiera too.
Oh, it's Katoa.
Wow.
Yeah, so people can hear me.
It's huge.
I'm looking at the screen.
Fuck, 10 questions. Jesus.
Oh, you mean Isaiah Katoa?
Yeah.
I would have been nice to have certain first names on that one.
Who has the highest break even for round 7? Garrick, Drinkwater, Manu, and Lane.
What was the third one?
Lane.
Manu.
Oh, sorry.
Can you say it again?
Sorry, Timmy.
Garrick, Drinkwater, Manu, and Lane.
Highest break even.
Yes.
Oh, I got nothing. I didn't do anything.
Oh.
It's Manu,
No,
but everyone answered Garrick. Quiz. Which player has never scored more than 200 points in a round? Pappenhausen, Cleary, Cody Walker, or none of the above? I actually know this.
Whenever you say none of the above in a quiz, it's always none of the above, isn't it?
I reckon it could be. If it's not none of the above, I reckon
Walker.
it's. Oh, actually, I think they all have.
Ryan Pappenhausen's highest score is 197.
Oh,
Okay.
ooh.
And I didn't even write the quiz.
No, mate, good on you for knowing. I'm just.
I knew that. Quiz. Whose birthday? Oh, I forgot this one. Isaac Targos was last week. It's either Helam Lukey or Josh Reynolds. I'm going to say Lukey.
You said you know it.
Huh?
You said you know the answer.
No, I don't.
Ah.
Because we said this would be a
You could have
question
studied
every
for this
week,
question.
Oh,
yeah.
right. Okay.
but I didn't.
Done your homework.
I reckon it's, yeah.
Good stuff. I would have heard about it if it was Josh Reynolds.
Am I on
Yeah.
the podium?
Well,
Yes, I'm on the podium.
Cleary goat. Tom, Cleary goat, Fooey. From highest to lowest, order these SuperCoach scorers for round 6.
Oh, come
Oh, that's hard too.
Yeah. I'd be going yellow, blue, red, green.
on. White, yellow, green. Blue, red, yellow, green.
I've cooked it.
Maybe what I'll do is I'll put, what was it?
Dang.
Yellow, blue, red, green. Yeah. Quiz, multi-select. Which team have conceded more than 50 points in a game this season? Which teams?
Interesting.
Tigers, Raiders, Manly, Bulldogs. There is only
Have lost or have scored?
conceded
Oh,
50.
conceded. Can you say them again?
Tigers, Raiders, Manly, Bulldogs. There is 2. You know who they are.
I hope so.
Penrith and Early made it a 3rd.
I thought.
Oh, I only answered one of them, man.
It's all right.
Multi-select
You
one.
guys are not in it to win it.
I want to win still, bruh. I'm not going to, though. Now.
Last question.
Which centre wing has scored the most total points this season? I know this answer. So it's Campbell Graham, Lachlan Miller, Jermaine Asako, or Jacob Carraz.
Is this total or in one individual round?
Total.
I had to answer quickly and try and get.
What was what was Miller? What color?
Blue. You got it wrong.
Saka?
Osaka wasn't an option, was he?
I think, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
He's the
Asako.
highest scoring player of the
Yeah.
year. God, damn,
All
I
right.
didn't hear him.
We have the podium. Number 3, Lewis Brown, the GOAT. Number 2, Hads. Oh. Number 1 is Tom. So, Tom, shoot us a message.
He's in the grand final, Tommy.
Not to be confused with Tim.
That's it. All right. Let's
get it on. Now to the serious business.
All right, we're going to start the podcast in just a quick second. There we go. How do I get this fucking photo? All right, you ready, guys? All right, this is up here, guys, so you can see. Oh, that's not good for me.
Good angle.
Oh, we're already live. Okay. Let's start the podcast. Tom Trbojevic!
Get ready for a Tommy Turbo Masterclass. Team List Tuesday is here. And the boys are hard as a rock. Don't be a weak-gutted dog. Leave that for Jamin Salmon. Get ready for the best SuperCoach show on the planet. It's so good, it's better than Lego. You're now listening to the SuperCoach Experience podcast. Here's your host, Brandon Savage.
What is up, guys? Welcome to the SuperCoach Experience podcast. I'm your host, Brandon Savage, the coach of the Jamin Salmons. I'm joined here at Hills Podcast Studio with my beloved co-host. I've got Tim, the coach of the Villi Army. How are you, Timmy?
Yeah, good. Thank you, brother.
We're going to be a bit of a different setup today. It's a bit spiffy. You like it?
I like it.
It's pretty hood. I like it.
I've also got New South Wales fast bowler. Brian Hadley, how are you, mate?
Good, mate. How are you? Been well?
I've been very
Cricket
well.
Season's over now, so I'm full-time super coach.
You're full-time super coach, are you? So you've debuted.
I have, finally.
How was the experience?
Yeah, it was good. I found out the day before, the training session before, the captain's run, you might call it. We don't call it that in cricket, but and it went well on a pretty flat wicket down in Adelaide. So, yeah, it was nice.
You got a bit out of it.
I tried my best, bent my back hard for a lot of overs, and then backed it up again on the weekend. I bowled something like 80 overs in a week or something, which is ridiculous.
It was very good. A lot of us boys were watching on and cheering your every move. You got a few early wickets, 3 wickets in the first innings, 2 in the second.
2 in the second. I
Two
tell
in-
people I got 5 from debut.
There you go.
even though-
That's it. So what does that mean for the future? Yeah, I mean, is it a bit tough now because you made your debut? You know that first game next season, you're not a guarantee. How does it? You've got a taste. What's the next move?
It's hard. It's just, I suppose, like
you're a state cricketer.
I'm a first-class cricketer. No
First class cricketer.
No one can take that away from me. I guess it's hard. I just got to, like, as cliched as it is, I've got to make sure I have a good preseason and obviously put my best foot forward. We're a pretty talented group, so see what happens. That all gets sorted out kind of shortly. So we've got till June off, and then we crack on. Very
good. I'm very excited to have you on board this year, and you'll be in and out here and there. But SuperCoach, how are you going, and how'd you go on the weekend?
Good. It's no coincidence that I've decided I'll come back on the pod, obviously after cricket season, but after 2 or 3 weeks, I've actually done well. So I'm ranked just over 1800th at the moment.
Wow.
Trying to catch you, Savs, but Fats.
I didn't realize you're doing that well.
Yeah, neither did I.
Nice.
Oh no, he had a really good week, eh?
The week Hines went off, I brought him in and captained him when others didn't, and then kind of thought I could get ahead of the rest after that. Brought Dylan Brown in, which hasn't gone totally to plan, but
gee whiz.
Yeah, going well, which is good. So I was just telling Timmy before, I can sit back and don't have to stress too much just yet.
If we had 10 contributors, I reckon we might be able to take on the SC playbook this year.
Very good. Timmy, how'd you go on the weekend? And you sat with no trades on the all weekend.
Yeah, I didn't trade. I was sitting here last week talking to you boys, and me and Jake were both pretty keen on Walker. I guess it was just the fact that he was a low price. I thought I had a straight swap from Dewey to him, but I didn't. I have 0 in the bank, and I wasn't prepared to make another trade as yet. I wasn't too sure who I wanted to sell. So I thought, look, I'll just hold tight. I reassessed and thought, look, I'm playing very head-to-head focus this year. I still want to do well in overall. I'm pretty confident I'll still make top 1,000. That's the goal. But yeah, look, I've got a lot invested in head-to-head. So
funnily enough, mate, if you do well in head-to-head, and generally they go pretty.
Yeah, they do go hand in hand. The thing is, though, for head-to-head sake, I want to have trades up my sleeve for the grand finals.
Yeah.
Because too many times I've made the finals and then sort of not being able to make those moves, and this year particularly with the HIAs and that, I just want to make sure I've got my bases covered. So yeah, and yeah, look, it was not ideal. Like, had I have gone with Cleary, which I probably never was. He was in my top 3 options, but I rated them. I was talking to Joe Nadeff, the 2020 champ, and we were tossing them up ourselves. And I said, look, I think I'll rate Fafita the number 1, 2 number was Walsh, and 3 was Cleary. I just gave way too much respect to the Manly side, and wasn't really looking too much at their defensive issues. I thought, look, they'll turn up after a 32-all draw with Newcastle. They're knowing they're playing Penrith. They'll come out and have a defensive mindset, and it just didn't happen. So I'm glad I faded the number 1 option. I was going to go with Fafita. I ended up going with Walsh, who scored me an extra 10 points in Fafita. So I'll take that. But yeah, it was a real tough one not picking up Walker last week, purely because he's gone up 90-something K. So if I do want him now, I've got to pay up. And yeah, I'm going to have to make my side weaker to make it stronger because I just don't have the cash. I don't know who I'm going to sell to fund that 5/8 sale.
It's funny. A week like last week was it seemed like it was a holding week, but maybe they're the weeks where they're actually moving weeks where nothing's going on. Seems a lot like this week where not much is going on. There's not any great matchups. Captain wise, it's very hard, but I think we'll get to it. But first of all, we got to go to the overall group leaders. We haven't touched on it all season, but I've got to get to this because I want to stem it into our next subject. Jaden, he's 19th, the coach of Rabbitohs, 77. Second is Matthew, the coach of Scrum Guzzlers. He is 52nd. Dude, where's that car is ranked 65. His name is Jared. Luke for the Bin Chickens is ranked 79th. And Mongols Grant is 81st. Pretty solid top 100 there. But I want to stem that into the end of season drinks that we talked about last week. We talked about it at the end of the show. We'll talk about it at the start of the show. We've got to set a venue because this is happening.
Oh, it's happening.
This is happening. Me and Timmy putting 500 in each. Yeah. Hads, I know you're here. You don't have to. Me and Timmy just sporadically said we're putting in 500 each. That's enough.
That should cover a fair bit of drinks. Everyone else can pay up for the rest. I think that'll be fine.
Any donations we get on YouTube, which we got for a first time like the other week, that's going towards the drinks at the bar tab. But we've got to set a venue. So if you're very passionate about what venue you want to go to, leave it in comments. Otherwise, it'll probably be Penrith area. Bella Vista.
Oh, I
Bella
reckon we
Vista.
could get out of the riff. Like maybe we could go to.
We'll go fancy. We'll come to Bella
Yeah, we'll go
Vista,
something fancy. We'll go something fancy.
Nah,
huh?
but Bella Vista just
Your $500 will go a long way out in Penrith.
if we don't get rolled.
this is way too fancy for a footy.
I was thinking we go to the city, but I don't know.
City, Northies in Cronulla potentially. Anywhere good in Manly?
Plenty. Wharf Bar, Stain.
I don't know if they let our sorts into those sorts of venues, Savage.
I might struggle.
Well, make sure to leave a comment, and we've got there's a league code. Someone's asking for a league code. We will get to that. We'll post it in the comments. But once again, if you don't support through either way through YouTube's or coming to the event, if you do have a punt with Picklebet, and that'll help out the event as well. For Thursday and Friday NRL and AFL games, if you log into Picklebet and bet on the first try scorer or goal scorer this week in selected games, you get paid out if they score max winnings of $100. So last week, we went bust in our first two tips.
So score any time this week, is it?
No, it's the first three
Okay.
try scorers. But this week, I haven't got anything for Thursday night, but for Friday night, the Sharks versus the Roosters, I've got Jesse Ramian, who a right centre has scored against the Roosters every single matchup, except last week.
Okay.
So I like that. I like.
Then we're back on the trend.
Sorry.
They'll do to not let.
Yeah, exactly. And
Once
Ramian's,
we jump on it, right?
Yeah.
Ramian's that type of centre he's just a tackle busting and he can get over the line when it presents to himself. But don't forget. What are you really gambling with? For free and confidential support, visit gamblinghelponline.com.au. And don't forget, when using the code, use the code TURBO when signing up to Picklebet.
That's on Picklebet, not the Get Help.
That's it. I always do that the wrong way around. All right, guys, winners and losers of the team list. I want to start off with a very obscure one. Jacob Host, 330K. Negative 14 break even, played 74 minutes last week. Jai Arrow is back this week, so I don't know if he rotates onto the edge, but has Jacob Host any interest? Jackson Ford, the emergence of Jackson Ford. I feel like
Jake said Host was suspended.
no, Jacob Host feels like he's the exact same player.
With less security, though?
That's it.
Yeah, I don't think so. I'm just going to stop there.
Okay.
So I haven't got much for you.
You don't like it?
No, I don't like it.
Timmy?
Is he available?
Yeah, he's starting.
Okay. Okay. I didn't notice that. I thought Jake said that guy was suspended, but maybe I got him confused with someone else. Okay. Yeah, no, he is starting. Okay. This could be the answer to some of my problems. But look, I've got so many problems here. Like, I don't think anyone that sort of I want to downgrade to that's cheap has got much security. So I think you sort of have to take a punt if you need to free up cash.
Well, I guess moving on to the next subject, Tedesco, 676,000. He's named after that HIA. 130 break even though. Hads, do you like it?
That one I'm a little more happy with. I think he showed glimpses of being good this year without quite cracking it. I think the Roosters are starting to play some better footy. 130 break even's a bit scary, but if it is a week where you want to make some moves and, like you said, when nothing much is happening, he could be one way to go, especially if something happens to Turbo later in the week with this back or hip or whatever's going on with him.
After the Sharks this round, the draw sort of looks pretty okay for the next.
It opens
3
up.
to 4
I think
rounds,
I think it's also better than the Rabbitohs the Rabbitohs draw, and also better than the Broncos draw. So I think Teddy's the guy, but people are going to be hesitant to go to him sooner rather than later. Cameron McInnes is named to start at lock, break even of 68. You're not a big McInnes guy, Timmy, but I know Hads, you are.
I am. I think I've got him in like 2 or 3 or maybe even 4 drafts. I think kind of the McInnes of old, back when he was at the Dragons, when he was playing a bit of hooker, like I think we might see a little bit more of that like heavy work rate. Those couple of guys in the middle there for them out. Rudolph out for a long period as well. I probably won't go there, but it's definitely something to keep an eye on. I think there's potential there for him to kind of get back to those.
He had been coming off the
winning
bench a
ways.
lot, hadn't he?
Yeah. They're still playing decent minutes, but I don't know what his PPM is, but I have a feeling it'll be pretty decent, I reckon.
Timmy, thoughts on McInnes? I heard he was struggling a bit of an injury in the preseason. So does that make you scared of him? I think it might mean that he kind of warms into it now.
Oh, he's a player that really hasn't been on my radar at all, but let's have a look at him here.
1.1 PPM.
McInnes. I guess it all comes down to price. Oh, price is there, isn't it? 473K, yeah. How long is he going to?
Finucane's out for what, 4 weeks?
Yeah, Rudolph's out
Yeah.
for 8 or 10 or something. Turf time.
Yeah.
Well, that could be doable, huh? I don't mind that. The thing is, though, like, it's not going to free up much cash for a lot of people. It's like, unless you're going, yeah. Like for me, like the guys that you could consider selling that we might still have are like sort of the hop goods. I don't know about Preston. I mean, he got sent off last week, which really hindered his scoring and stuff. But I mean, how long do we? You can't just keep these guys forever if we want to upgrade to those better players. But I don't think that McInnes is that guy. It is a little downgrade. You're not making that much cash. It's very team dependent, I think, if you want him.
We'll get to the sells, but yeah, I think McInnes, it's a bit of a weird one.
Not much upside there.
Yeah, and I think Finucane's only out for 3-4 weeks, and I think it's just not enough time. Tom Hazelton, because of that injury suspension for Finucane, Hazelton is on the bench, 230,000. Could be the answer to our front row forward dilemmas, but again, I think that front row position is a bit of a wasteland. Munster playing fullback. Timmy.
The only reason I don't mind that Hazelton one, I'm just looking at the two players, Royce Hunt and Hamunueli. They're not real big minute
They're not
players.
big. Yeah, I agree.
So there might be some opportunity there for him. But yeah, I don't think it's going to be a long-term thing. And because front rowers are such a slow burn, it might be a bit of a trap.
Does Wade Graham come on and play middle? He has to, doesn't he? He's not Wilton.
He doesn't play edge, no.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yep.
Munster at fullback. Hadley, what do you think it benefits him?
I wouldn't say it benefits him. I wouldn't say it necessarily hinders him either. I look at what Meany does in a good team, and obviously this is Cameron Munster, so he's going to do it a whole lot better. I don't think it hinders him, but it does scare me if you're thinking about bringing him in this week for a Dewey or something. It does scare me a little bit. And I went Dylan Brown the other week, so I'm not in that boat, but I'd reconsider if you were definitely going to go with him. I'm
in the boat. It's a dinghy. It's really choppy out there too. I don't know what I'm going to do. I've got to go Dewey to either the three big guys, Brown, Walker, or Munster. Munster's a little bit more. Yeah, look, I feel like they're a really consistently.
What's the verdict on Meany? How long's he gone for?
Concussion, so just a week.
He'll slip back into his role. I kind of prefer,
but it kind of
Munster.
makes Munster a really good like potential captain or vice captain option this week, where most weeks he's not, but because it's so close and tight matchups this week.
And Manly have been leaking those points. I gave him too much respect last week.
Fullback with Pendant scored 4 tries against them last week.
Oh, mate, he's a gun though. He could have scored 50 if he wanted to. He was going easy on him.
What's going on? Michael Jones, no Savs. What's going on here?
I think he just doesn't like one of the shouts we've put out. Maybe McInnes, maybe that Hazelton. Who knows? Try me with a bit more information, brother.
Yeah, Jonah Pezzett, 296,000 gets a start. I mean, that's good for people who bought him and still have him. So you get another price rise out of him, potential play this week, but nothing too much to speak on. Manly's wing, Raymond Tamalolo Voga. He is named on the wing for Garrick, so Garrick will only be out for 1 week. But that being said, I've heard a lot of chat about nothing, and a lot of people are going Jack Howard this week. I think this guy might be the guy you want to use to enough, because if you're going someone like the Raymond Tamalo from Manly, he'll play round 13 when Tommy Trbojevic is out for Origin, because Ruben Garrick will go back to the wing and he'll play on that left edge.
What's Tui Peloto?
He's injured. He's injured for about 8 weeks.
Okay.
Oh,
this guy doesn't have duels, does he?
For Hazelton, Michael Jones for Hazelton. My bad. Yeah. Oh, what do you like Hazelton?
No, I think that's a no serves.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts? Bit early for nothing.
Look, I'm in the boat of like, I think I'm almost going to be sort of semi kind of nothing. Possibly, I was talking to you in the chat about. I think I might have to pick a player on a potential opportunity. I did it last year. I picked Tass before he got named, because I knew there was a lot of preseason talk and was like, if there's an injury, he's the next man up. So I think because there's no real standout cheapies, I'm kind of looking for that next man up mentality, which I don't love it.
Who asked in the chat today, said who's next up? Who's next man up for Penrith?
Yeah, it was me.
Is that you?
Yeah.
There you go. I don't mind you thinking.
Yeah.
I wouldn't straight out enough, but I like what you're thinking.
Yeah, I just think if you can take like
I was too close. Now I'm too far.
No, you got to go closer.
Oh,
Before
this year I don't love the nuff.
no, the closer the better.
that's what I thought. I thought I was eating
Yeah,
the
yeah,
mic before, and then I got sprayed on the bloody street.
No.
So then I put it.
He put it further away. Yeah. Tom Eisenhuth. Is that it?
No, that's bloke from bloody
Penrith.
He's what were you talk? You didn't you name him?
Yeah, I forget.
Oh, let me see.
But-
Oh, you were saying
But-
centers.
But that being said,
Seconds or
Tom
something.
Eisenhuth, 270k, negative break even, coming off a 35 and a 50,
I'm in all sorts. I've got $0 in the bank. I need a
Yeah,
200k
same.
guy. I think.
coming off the bench.
Sorry,
Tom
backtrack.
Eisenhuth
No.
for
That's what I'm. Who are your back on the whole nothing thing?
Mm.
I've got guys like Murdoch and Masilla still sitting in my fourth front row,
yeah.
which might as well be enough anyway. So I guess if you got guys like that sitting there at just above, you need to clear 50.
It's not an 80 nightmare, but sometimes those guys can come in really handy when you just want to plug in a bloke that'll get you like at least 30 if you have to.
Is
Something
he,
goes
is
wrong.
he going to get 30 though?
Oh, he's going 30.
I watched,
I
his
haven't
first
been watching
game. I
him.
watched the first game, Murdoch and Masilla in particular, and I was like, I'm on to a winner here.
Yeah.
Can't
Bro,
believe I've done this.
He
And then
looks like
just-
he's about to die though, eh? Like
he's a big
he
unit.
looks old.
He's a
looks
big
old
unit.
as fuck.
He looks
eh?
like he should be in the Super League.
All right, we're gonna try this because
Are you sure you'll do it this early? Because I've had these before, and
It might be a bit of an end of pod thing, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
we can't talk.
like last segment maybe.
Bro, are you serious? Why are we even do like we've got to someone's got to lose something to just start eating a hot shit?
well,
bro. This is in the footy
we've
show.
never faced consequences for getting bold predictions wrong, so it's about time we do it now.
Okay, what was mine?
For the people listening, we've got the world's hottest corn chips. Are you game? The world's hottest.
I've had these before, and I'm telling you,
It's not gonna
We
happen.
won't be talking much after.
Yeah, I think
Maybe
we say
not
that.
last segment. We'll,
Are you-
last little bit, we'll eat one before that, and then I'm telling you, it'll be end of
It's
pod.
not happening now, bro. Come on, man. I'm struggling to put my words together as it is.
Oh, I
This
really
isn't
want to
like
try
a
it.
Chili kettle chip. This is like next level. You'll be running to the bar for water.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Righto. Well,
Shotgun going third.
there's 65 people watching on YouTube. That's a bit better. If we've got someone don't eat it. Comment if you want to see someone eat it. One person's going to eat it. So
You're
comment.
the keenest to eat it, so I reckon get stuck into him, brother.
Next winner on the list, Pompey from the Warriors, named to start, 437k, -3 break even. The Warriors are looking good. He's got that position for Braden Williami. It's not chasing points,
Yeah,
But-
good game.
it's chasing cash generation, in my opinion. And he's someone you probably can play.
I think he's too expensive.
Is it too expensive?
Yeah, definitely too expensive. When you like look up, you can just go up to 150k. You've got pretty much someone you'll keep in your side. You know what I mean? Like if people were buying Greg Margie for about 100k less last week, and I missed him, which is painful.
Toby, tuck in Savs. Nigel Green, Savs, go for it, brother.
Yeah, he's definitely having one. I don't know about me and Hads,
So
but
for them,
Savs is
it's
definitely
just-
having one. If he's going to bring that stuff in, he's having one.
Jake's just messaged saying 100% save them for the end. If you're going to do the chip, they are death.
Yeah. He said it there as well.
Tim seems keen, says James Austin. Enough chip chat and more chit chat.
Yeah, what do you got for us, Savs?
Bailey Sirinen starting on the edge, 257,000. Josh Curran is my worry Hads, but I mean, you can't ignore it.
Yeah, with this whole they tend to rotate their team before every fixture, like right before the fixture. So he worries me a little bit, and who knows what's going on with Tohu these days, in and out.
Yeah, I'll pass on that one
Yeah.
for sure.
I'm so tempted to eat it still because
Go for it, bro.
Just have
take a
like
risk,
a corner,
man.
have a little tiny little.
Trust your gut, man. Get into it. Your
I'm
gut's
telling
telling
you,
you to
do not
have
eat a
it.
whole one. Did you see Matty Johns eat these on his podcast once?
Ooh. Dainty.
it's not bad.
Have the whole thing, bro.
Oh, bro.
Yeah.
I don't think I got enough for it. Oh, bro. Oh,
just
it's
sniffed the
like a
bags.
that amount was good.
Yeah, no, but have a whole one.
You got to microdose him.
Yeah,
Glad.
we're having
Good
it.
decision.
We're having it at the end.
Good decision. Yeah.
Oh Jesus! I like that though. It's tasty and like
Come on, mate.
it tastes good off the first bite, but
You get you.
geez, that afterburn. Put the afterburners on like Adokar. Kyle Felt, 350,000. I'm kind of looking at I'm kind of looking at a lot of downgrade options here, which are probably reaching.
So who are you looking at dropping off one of the current areas?
I'm just looking at a lot of downgrade options.
Okay.
Because I feel like because there's no cheapies, everybody's looking for them.
370K price. It's not. We can't really downgrade any of the cheapy guys that we're getting annoyed
It's
with.
all we're looking at. Like, I don't know.
You'd have to make it like if you'd have to make a call like, oh, I'm done with Karaz, I'll take my money. Something like that to go to a 300K guy, and you'd have to be confident that 300K guy is going to be good for 50. I think.
Yeah.
Well,
and
Felt's not your guy. Kyle Felt is on my list. Let's not talk about him, but Dylan Walker named at number 6 because Tamari Martin is out for 6 weeks. 435,000. Hads, what are your thoughts?
I like what the Warriors are doing. But it's all going through SJ, and I don't see that changing with Walker coming on, and he's just as likely to be injured as the next person anyway. So who knows what's going on?
This is a zinger right here. Toby says someone needs to hit Savs after that chip. He just said Felt is an option. That's the zinger of the week. Phoenix Crossland named at starting hooker. Jaden Brayley out for the season.
Did you throw some people up? I haven't done my research on them. I'm not even looking. I have no idea what price they are. I'm just going to say no.
I'm not getting much from either of you guys, but I feel like you may have looked at him, Hads. 270,000, 5'8", and hooker available.
I don't know if Phoenix Crossland ever passes the eye test for me.
I feel like you'd prefer to go Sony Luke anyway, just coming off the bench. Like he's got better game in him.
Yeah, that's true.
More potential, more opportunity.
Kurt Mann's hanging around there, and who knows what Adam O'Brien's thinking.
And if you've already got Sony Luke, you don't want to have Sony Luke and Crossland. So I just think it puts a line through.
Sonny Luke is the cheapie of the week, in my opinion. 55 minutes. I feel like that's the rotation they're going to use.
Yeah, it's a difficult week. It's a really annoying week.
Yeah,
I asked you in the chat earlier today. I said, "What's going to happen? We think with teams," and
yeah,
no one really had much for me.
It was kind of a bombshell team list, wasn't it?
It was a bombshell without being much of a bomb.
Without a shake-up. It was like, give me a little something here.
Yeah, exactly. Kieran Foran is back, which is good for Fafita, but Fafita, Jesus, he's really digging in. He's different this season.
Yeah. He's trying hard. It's almost like it's a contract year for him without being a contract year.
Well, he re-signed, so I think if he hadn't signed yet, I think all the chat would be contract year.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I think it just proves even more, and it's more admiring the fact that he's still performing even though he's signed. I love that
he should, because he's a big boy and he's, and he's a very good player. So get involved. That's good that he is.
A human doesn't want to just sit there and cop criticism like the way he does. And he's come out and just proved everyone, I guess, wrong.
Hasn't scored a try all year either.
Jesus.
He's due for a massive one.
Jaden Campbell, 471,000, -9 break even. If he was available somewhere else, I'd be much more keen.
Yeah, if you got him into center wing, maybe, but it's still a little bit out of the price bracket, I think. But yeah, we're talking about him the other week. I said he had sort of Sloan vibes, but he's definitely got more pizzazz than Sloan.
I can trust him more than
Sloan's got a good future, but I think that,
Yes, I 100% agree. Jared Croker, 279,000.
This is one I could maybe get around. You just suggested this one to me today.
I talked about him last week, Timmy, and you're like, what is he going to need to do for you to be impressed? I said, score me 40s, and when he scores a try assist.
Yeah.
Gets that price rise.
The kicking's a bonus. That's a very nice bonus.
The kicking is very good.
I wouldn't be too keen to play him most weeks. It'd just be if you had to. I don't think you'd be trying to play him on matchup. It'd just be trying to use him to generate some cash. But the concern we had is, as I said, sort of the post-conference chat with Ricky Stewart and with Croker sitting right next to him. He was sort of like, we'd love to see Croker get to his 300 games. He's got 7 left. There's 21 more rounds. So, and it seemed like he was kind of like, if he gets his you know what I mean? Not like if he survives injury.
7 games for him to make cash, and then you.
Yeah, but I don't think they're going to be 7 straight. I think they're going to be sporadic throughout the year, and that could be annoying. But I could go there. I don't know. Just because he is the hero of the club, maybe. He's good for the morale of the Raiders, and they'll try keep him in there as much as they can when he's available. But there's a lot of people to come back, as we said.
They have to bye next week, which is very awkward.
If you're not going to play him, it's not a big deal, though.
Yeah, but
it's awkward if you're going to bring in like a Munster and he's got the bye in 2 weeks. I think it is, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't know.
2-3 weeks.
But yeah, I like him as an option just because he's kicking. I'm getting a lot of questions here. What do we think of Couchman, fellas, by Stephanus Constantine? So I've actually got a few questions of this on the Daily Telegraph live stream just before, and I honestly couldn't tell you anything about him because like the eye test, very good, in my opinion. Looked at his SuperCoach scores, 27, 30, 28, but he played 51 minutes on the weekend and scored 55. So I don't know if this is like a turning of the guard where he transitions into a bigger minute forward. And I'm kind of liking the option at 250K. Hads?
I touched on before about if you've got some guy sitting in your front row that's not doing much and you need someone to come down to that might score you 40 points maybe if you need. Like
Udo Kamano's the name that I've sort of looked at him as a potential sell for me. Not like I want to. I'd prefer to hold him because he's my third prop and I like having that third prop.
I agree. But if you're like fourth guy or even if you're desperate and you want to bring someone like a Munster in.
But I think I'm going to have to possibly join the club of just running 2 props and having to.
I've been doing that. I've had Kepi as my third prop all year, which isn't disgraceful. But
it's not as bad as like a.
But I think potentially he could be doing the same sort of thing as Kepi, those 35s, 40, 45s, slow burn. If you need to play him desperately, you might be able to, but it's a tough one. They've got a
sounds like a lazy surname though, Couchman. You know what I mean? Like just
it's not the most attractive last name, isn't it? And last one here, Corey Horsburgh named to start, 488,000, 73 break even. A lot of these guys are based around guys like Stefano, guys like downgrade options, really. But he's not a downgrade, but he's kind of a mid-tier option. Plays the first bye, I think.
He was red hot in the game that he scored 2 tries. He was having a real red hot go, but I don't know.
He played.
How much is he again? Did you say
488?
Yeah, that's too much for me.
Absolutely, I can't really fit him in anywhere. But I don't hate him as a player. So I think if he can keep churning out those, he can score 56 and 71 minutes on the weekend. If he keeps getting those big minutes in a couple of weeks, what'd you say his break even was? 180,
73.
If he comes down just a smidge and you need a downgraded, I don't know, a Preston or something via Jules or whatever's going on, I think in a couple of weeks, if he's holding that lock spot and playing 70 minutes a game, then he could be a potential option.
So I'm half entertaining, because Udo Kamano doesn't have that much value in cash in him at the moment for me to free up cash. So I've been flirting with the idea of selling Tino and downgrading him to a plotter and just not caring about the props and going, just go out there, get me the 40, 50.
Yeah.
But just the fact that I know he had that game of 111 in there, he's a leader of the club. I feel like I need one good prop.
Yeah, I started the year with Gerbo and Welsh. And it's like Gerbo's going like real steady for me, and I haven't had to think about him really. He scores 55, 60 every week at a decent price. And now's the first week I'm like, I might just sell him because I see people with Haas, with Tino. Tarpon hasn't done that great.
I hear he's coming.
But
I've been looking at him, trying to think if I could do him this week.
When you can get him.
I want to do him this week too.
But
good matchup.
He has a bye next week, so you're in the same situation next week.
Yeah, it's hard. It's like,
but
when do I sell those guys?
Then again, like if you're leaving Stefano out and then you got to play him next week, like wouldn't you prefer to play Tarpane this week than Stefano next week?
Yeah, for sure.
Like it is awkward, but
I think I just can't do it though. Like as much as I thought it'd be a nice thing to do, I think I've got to deal with Dewey, and I'm probably going to have to get rid of like Alamotti to a bottom dollar, or Khan Pereira's got more.
I reckon you're better off, and this is my new SuperCoach philosophy. So here you go. You're better off groveling in your anguish about getting rid of a player and them scoring well than one, having to watch a guy you're going to get, and then having to pay up more for them to get them that week anyway.
I like where you're at.
So I had Dewey and Burton both starting the year. Both didn't start well. Sold both of them. Burton started to kick on a bit. But I got, like the guys I got Carraz via a few, like someone else. And then I'm much happier that way than I was.
I did the same thing with Burton as well. But I don't feel hurt by it.
That's what I'm saying. But
Just-
I would have been hurt if I missed Karaz being cheaper.
Yeah,
or Mars
yeah.
being
My
cheaper.
counter argument to that is I bought Karaz, and the lovely gentleman that I sold is Lockie Miller, and
He's outscored him every week.
watching that bloke go out every week is just annoying, man. Like, I feel like he's not doing a great deal. He does those little palmy things. It's just why I got him for the tackle bus. You know, he's got that sort of crabby Teddy sort of go away, not really tackle bus, but just
The tackle bus.
yeah. And then when he does those try assists, you know, their score just gets really big. So I don't know.
I watched a game with you when Miller was playing, and it was just like he got a try assist, and his score just went up so much from what it already was at. Like, he's not that type of player who needs multiple try assists to be on a good score, like one try assist. That's why I got him, and
it's like Karaz. I've been sort of looking at him like, could I sell him because he's got some big money in him? Like, that'll free up some stuff, but he's scoring okay without the tries still. So I really like that sort of security. And I know he's the bloke I'll sell, and then stuff will
But
go.
I think if you can maybe pick a run where the Dogs have a few hard games in a row, and he's not going to score those tries, and then he's getting.
I think that's better for him because, like, how often is a team kept to 0? And if they are kept quite low, it's usually a winger that gets over around the defense because they're not getting through them. And I think them tighter games, like more runs for him. Just on the weekend, like, they had no possession against the Rabbitohs, and I would say that 51 with a try assist is an outlier game for him. I think he's more of a guy who scores 51 without the try assist.
Yeah, well, they play Para this week, who
Good matchup.
and I think if he doesn't score well this week, then maybe you could start thinking about cashing him in.
And it's also he's at the price, and we're at a point of the season where cash flow still matters a lot.
Yeah. And
if you miss someone who is going to raise in price a lot, it is going to hurt because everyone's going to kind of be in front of you.
If you can free up 150K, 200K for
it's golden.
for 10 or 15 points there less, and then use that elsewhere or to get a cheap guy, whatever's going on, I think that's something you might have to do, and you can always bring him back later down the track.
I think it's why a lot of people were okay to get rid of Murray for someone like Preston or Hosking, because scoring very similar.
Yeah.
Like, Murray has outscored Hosking the last 2 weeks, but 200K difference, like, it has really mattered. Your team elsewhere, you're able to
And
get.
who have
You
you got with that as
Yeah,
well? I got Hines with my money. So
I got Marzu.
Yeah.
I got Latrell.
Yeah,
I
Like,
feel like for those that did sell, I never owned Murray, but I feel like for those that, it would be so frustrating watching.
because he finally scored. No,
yeah.
but I'm actually quite content with it because, one, he hasn't played 80 minutes both weeks, which is a reason why I sold, because I bought him because I thought he would play close to 80 minutes, which he is. But and he scored a try. Like, a good attacking back rower should be turning up with a try, right? Like, Fafita scored 79 on the weekend without any attacking stats, really.
yeah. No, I agree.
Oh, and also, talking about Fafita, Jesus, he's turned into Andrew Johns, hasn't he?
Ball playing ability, just throwing
Bro.
out to Pereira.
Bro, so good. But that being said, moving on to the losers, Jermaine Hopgood. He was the big topic last week, and
Where are you at, mate? What are you doing with Hoppy?
I've already sold him.
I sold him last week.
I
as
sold
well.
him, and I'm very happy with
Right.
And I kept Cartwright.
so did I.
I wanted to sell Cartwright. Who did I get last week?
Wow.
I think I got Marzu last week. So I wanted to sell Cartwright to go down to Marzu. But I couldn't quite afford him. So I was like, I'll have to sell Hopgood, but it hasn't worked out a treat.
See, the thing is, I build a very strong relationship with a lot of my players. You know what I mean? So it's very hard to just say thanks for your efforts, Hopgood. You know, see you later. So I still think I want to hold him. I know that, you know, the minutes are looking like it's going to be 50, 55-ish. But yeah, look, he sort of, when he came on at the 20-minute mark, I was at this game and I was just sort of watching it going, can you see the 14? Where's the 14? Where's the 14? You know, and like, oh, he's still there. And then he sort of just went off in the back part. I think Murchie came on and played maybe only 8 minutes or something. I don't know, but I was watching it from there and that's what it looked like. I don't think Murchie played big minutes at all. But Hopgood still looked so busy. And when he's had that score that he originally had, I was like, that's not his score. He should update more. And he did way more, you know, just in tackles and runs and stuff. But it was confusing to watch him because he looked like bloody hands from a distance.
Yeah. We do have something here. Gazaraki 1, 2, 3, 55 all in base with Molo and Furumanu out indefinitely. Molo is out, so I think Couchman
Could be a play.
could be a play. Is he starting?
No.
That's okay. That's okay because he came off the bench on the weekend.
Played,
And
what did you say? 50 minutes or something.
yeah,
Yeah.
I like it.
I don't hate it. If that's what
I
you
Thank
like
you for
it.
that extra information there. What was his name?
Gazaraki
Only Gazaraki.
from the land of Azeroth.
Okay.
Straight over my head. If that
Should
was
have a
Oh,
closer
was it
look at
actually? I never played that either.
I still don't know what you're talking about.
Sorry?
I still don't know what you're talking about.
What?
Gazaraki, land of Azeroth. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Do you know, Timmy, what he's on about?
Other losers.
You?
I don't know if he's a loser, but Jacob Preston, there's been a bit of chat. Is he a sell? Is he a guy that you're going to run with for the rest of the season?
Had he scored 60 last week, would you reckon you'd be kind of talking? Well, we would not as much, right? It was just a send off, and
I'd be talking about it if people were talking about it, because obviously our duty is to chat about these things, chat
Yeah.
about our thoughts.
I'm really loyal too. I like these mullets really on par with my length, man. Like every time I watch him out there, I'm like, God, if I just dyed mine blonde, people would be confusing me in the streets for it.
Just like they'll confuse you for Viliami.
Kick
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
That's right. I'll get confused for a lot of the big second rowers.
I don't. Here it is. I don't. I'm not panicking just yet,
Yeah.
but something to think about over the next couple of weeks. I think he's got some more tries in him.
34 got sin binned, so that's minus
Minus 8
8,
or something.
minus
Rough
10.
in too. Gee whiz.
And
Minus 6 in penalties
10
conceded. I was just
10
looking there.
minutes. Yeah. So
Yeah.
so that's 55 points. Like,
Yeah.
Not many people are talking about it. Let's just say that. I
Got
think
the
it's just
upside.
because you got no attacking stats. If he got an attacking stat, a line break, scored 44, people still would be talking about it, but they wouldn't be as
Who do you
worried.
think's more of a sell? I guess you've already answered this because you've both sold Hopgood. Would the Hopgood be more of a sell than Preston for
I
you
think
guys?
so.
I think Brad Arthur's a bit of a retard and doesn't know how to use his bench. So
Probably a poor choice of words. We
Yeah, I don't know.
apologise for that. That's fine. We'll move on.
need to do a public apology, do I?
Nah, he'll be right. But I do
we
think,
slip up live. It's okay.
I've said some dumb shit on here, but
Yeah,
that's
that's fine.
not
We all
up there.
do.
That's not up there.
I do think Hopgood's more of a sell with those
Yeah.
minutes.
Although I love him as a player.
So do I. And
And-
I'm disappointed we lost him at Penrith.
Yeah. Would he be playing front row at the moment for them? Probably not. Probably off the
no.
bench, eh?
Yeah.
Would he? Would he?
No, I don't think so. He might have snuck on the edge where Sorensen's
Talking about
where
Woody, when's
Sorensen's
Woodsy
playing.
back?
He's
Woody's
back
in.
this week. He's
in.
back this week.
Sean Kevy's been dropped. My third front. How dare they? How dare they?
All right.
Oh.
Do we have any other losses? Do we?
Well,
Big
yeah,
loss.
Hey, back to 5'8", looking good again.
He was good. But I think we kind of answered that before with
What-
the whole like.
Yeah. Obviously, you're going to sell him.
Yeah.
But I think the
I was going to hold him through this buy too, which is really annoying. And I was going to play Katoa for a week and just top it because
I think that would have been a good hold too, because him at 5'8", it's great. And maybe Dewey's not a sell because next time the Tigers win, he probably will play.
yeah, they're going to struggle without him, aren't they?
I
You
reckon
had me
he's.
there for a sec. I was like,
Yeah. How about Staines? 350K.
He was good. Okay.
I feel like he's just a bad game or
Nah,
two away from losing his
I
spot.
wouldn't get him. Who knows what Shane's
Yeah,
is thinking?
yeah.
But he looked good on the weekend until he dropped that pellet in the 79th
Yeah.
minute.
I'm really impressed with how he's like gone from the last couple of years of making those runs from
And going,
the back
then
and just getting picked
backwards.
up and
Yeah.
taken 10, 20 meters. I don't know. He must have just put on like 5 kilos.
He did
Oh,
that
yeah.
a little bit last year at Penrith, like the back end of last year. I
Yeah,
thought
no,
it was really
he
good.
was. I remember I made a post about him last year, just saying like how good it is. He's in a grand final side, and
Yeah.
Really, really felt for the bloke dropping that ball towards the back
Yeah,
end of the game.
'cause
He had
bro,
a blinder for
he has a
him.
fucking dig. He has a dig.
Yeah.
He's one of them guys that just you like. Like I think Dane Laurie is a great fullback, and I'd personally have Dane
Yeah,
Laurie
I'd
there.
prefer him too. Is he in trouble just from that and
Nah, I don't think so.
know. I don't know. Funny, I saw Charlie Staines at Emu Plains the other day, just walking.
What'd you do to him?
That's the
mate?
story. That's
Charlie
the
Staines was walking
No, that's the
in
story.
Emu Plains, which is just outside of Penrith.
Yeah, maybe. Rumor he's coming back.
He's coming back. He's going to play fullback for Dylan Edwards. But
when Edwards is playing Origin.
hot take.
Hot take.
I put Taruba there and slip up the next guy to the wing.
I guess we're going to do our next segment very shortly.
Well,
but
actually, maybe they'll put Crichton there.
we're going to do our next segment very shortly. But Hads, if Tedesco was out, what would you do for Origin?
I don't think they will do it, but I reckon I would go Edwards fullback and keep Turbo and Latrell in the centres.
He's gritty, and Origin's built on grit, isn't it?
He'll have enough talent around that he doesn't have to be have that
ice
touch.
everything. Yeah.
He can just, and then
Those
how
meters,
they've played in the past with
safe under the high ball.
they've played in the past with Turbo and Latrell just kind of rhyme me a little bit. Did you see the Gus Gould blow up on whatever show he was doing the other day?
Nah, but I'm sure he would have.
Yeah, he was like, "We picked they wanted to pick Turbo on the wing so they could pick Jack White and in the centres or something, whoever the co-host was," and he was.
It's definitely
doing
Teddy's
marvels.
spot, that fullback spot.
I agree, but if Teddy's there, Teddy's not going to lose that spot, captain of New South Wales. But I like it. I think Teddy and Edwards come from a similar cut cloth. Teddy's probably a little bit more touch. Yeah.
I was doing some agility movements for those that are listening.
They're actually very similar players, and with Cleary at halfback, I think.
But then you'll get the token Panthers hater.
But you know what?
He's only there because blah blah blah. And then when we lose, it'll be his fault.
You know what I reckon it is though. It depends whether Teddy's out for the series. Like if he's out for the whole series,
They might just go Turbo or something.
Yeah, if he's out for one game, I think Edwards.
I agree.
Guy.
Good point.
All right, we're gonna do start, move, bench, cut. Timmy, we'll start with you. Start, move, bench, cut.
We also apologise for the C-bomb live on the show. That's hilarious. I love that. That's a good one.
Oh,
No, we're happy with dropping that occasionally, but not too often.
That's all right. Hold on. I haven't told you your players. Start, move, bench. Start, move, bench. All right, Timmy. Start, move, bench, cut. Timmy. Start, move, bench, cut. Craig Gower, Mitchell Pearce, Scott Prince, and Adam Reynolds.
All right. Jesus, you put us on the spot with this one just beforehand. It's a really hard one compared to last week. So, look, I'm probably going to say I'm going to start Pearce in his prime. Because we're talking prime, right? We're not talking pulling him back from. I like a Pearcey boy. I know. But there's a reason for this.
Yep. Okay.
There's a reason for this. I'm going to then put Gower to 5'8", just for his bigger. He's got a big body. He can handle that. I'd drop Prince. I'd have Reynolds coming off the bench. I just think that he'd be.
Sorry, is that allowed? Can we move them to the bench?
Yes.
That's the whole bench. But you can't. Oh, no, he moved Gower. Sorry.
Yeah.
No,
So
I moved Gower.
leave me alone.
He benched. Yeah. You fucked his.
I'm not real
segment.
confident. I'm not real confident with any of these sort of rotations anyway. It's a bit awkward, but look, if I was to do, I'd have Reynolds coming off the bench. He, obviously slip into halfback if something goes wrong, but I think you could also play him at hooker if there was something to deal with there.
I honestly probably would have done.
Look, Pearcey's obviously, you have him there just for the boys too, because he's,
good value.
good value. Yeah. I
would have put Reynolds at halfback just because I think that's the only position he can play.
Yeah.
I would have put Gower at hooker and Prince off the bench. Would have cut Pearce. So completely different.
That's why it's a
send
great
Pearce to Mad
segment.
Monday.
Yeah, this is why it's a great segment.
I'll just
'cause
ruin
it's such a debate.
It's very controversial.
It's all right. I'll be able to cut it up.
No
It's all
worries,
good.
mate. Mine's
Hadley.
going.
Ryan Hadley. Start, move, bench, cut. Luke Prittis, Appy Coruscant, Robbie Farah, and Damien Cook.
You've really tugged at my Panthers heartstrings here, so this is a tough one, very tough one. I'm tossing out. There's one that I'm really struggling with, and that's the move because they're all kind of genuine hookers. I'm gonna move Arpy. I reckon he played one game at halfback 2 or 3 years ago for Penrith.
Yep.
I'm gonna move him to halfback.
Yep.
I'm gonna start Prittis.
Okay.
2003 grand final. Just take your mind back.
Now.
Clive Churchill.
Yep.
Yeah.
300.
He deserved it too.
300 and something
Deserved it.
games across.
I think he is underrated.
That might have been slightly biased, but I'm gonna bench Cook. I think pretty obvious.
Yep.
Bit of leg speed.
Yep.
Pretty fast. Did you know he was a soft stand runner? And I'm gonna cut Robbie Farah. Controversial or not?
He could have played halfback.
That was one that.
Yeah,
Stick Robbie Farah up
but
near
you
the
gotta-
scoreboard, sit there having a beer, he'll be right.
Yeah, you could be a
Reflective.
spectator.
When I said I was tossing up between two. It was whether I was going to move him or up him.
He's a lot harder than
that.
last week, I must say.
Yeah.
They're good.
Well, that's the point of it. Hads, what is my one that I'm just passing to you?
Savs, start, move, bench, cut. We've got Corey Parker, Jason Taumalolo, Sam Burgess, Jake Trebojevic.
As a Manly fan, this hurts me a lot. But I'm cutting Gerbo off the dome. I'm starting I hate to say this too because he's a Queenslander, Corey Parker. I'm starting with Corey Parker because in the modern game you need a ball playing.
He's going to kick goals for you.
And he can kick goals if he's
go.
needed. Ball playing 13.
SuperCoach too, apparently.
And you've cut me in again. This will be harder. This will be harder to cut up. So I'll start with Corey Parker. I'll play Sam Burgess on the edge. I could easily play Taumalolo up front, but Taumalolo will come off the bench and play in the middle.
Impact.
His usual 20
He's an impact guy sometimes.
Yeah, his usual 20 minutes. Geez, how much has he regressed this year?
Crazy, isn't it?
Or maybe not NRL-wise, but...
How many years has he got left of that contract up there? He's got another
13 or something? Yeah, 14.
Yeah, something like that.
A lot.
Someone force feed Timmy a chip for dropping Prince. I think it's time.
That's a Queensland. I'm not having it yet, brother. Look, I just...
We're near the end. We're pretty much at the end.
Oh, fuck. Give it here.
Always going the whole hog too.
God.
I don't know if I can go the whole thing.
Oh my God, that is ballsy.
Before you go, those of you that like that, is it ASM? Is it what?
ASMR.
SMR? I don't know, my acronyms. There's nothing going on
Did you
here,
just go
eh?
a corner again?
I could have this at the start of the show,
Alright,
no
you go,
worries.
I'm going that. I'm
Just
not
get
going-
hotter?
Come on, mate.
I'm not kidding, bro. Like, I'm all right here.
Are you good with the spicy food?
I'm all right, yeah.
I guess you are all right. I really would have
Oh,
liked
mate.
it.
It's changing gears a little, for sure.
Mate, I've literally had a look. I've had a corner of it, and it's
I thought that'd be a lot worse, hey. I really did.
It's all right. It's pretty hot.
it is hot.
I think if you don't like chili, like I don't do chili, but
It just gets hotter, mate. We're really how desperate are we for views that we're doing this, mate?
I think the roof of my mouth is the hottest part, not the tongue. Like it's
Back of my throat.
Have a little beer here.
Anyway, what else you got for us?
I'm not desperate for views at all. This is not good content at all. Let's go to bold predictions and captain choices. I should have had a beer to wash it down at least.
Bold predictions is I'm going to have a good time on the toilet tomorrow.
Michael Jones says, have 5 and say, oi!
It's kicking in.
We got a donation from Toby.
Oh, Toby.
Thanks, Tobes.
Might pay for me
Is
new
this
me
Toby-
tongue can.
Is this
yeah,
Toby's
transplant.
Toby's Troops, Toby?
I think it could be.
The infamous...
He usually wears a hat in his profile pictures. He might have updated it.
Got the rest of that one.
No, thank you.
Good content. This is good podcasting. It's okay on the live stream because like it's like they're here with us, but on the
On the what, mate?
on the
Anyway, go on, Saz, before you die.
yeah, it is Toby Stroops. Hey, Toby.
He's killing it
Oh,
again
but-
this year too. Where are you ranked, Toby? Put in the chat. I think.
But he also says all donations go to Pickabat Multi at the end of the year.
spread it.
Maybe that can decide. Maybe that can decide
donate
how
it
good
to,
your,
good charity or something.
End of
True,
season.
true.
Oh, it's kicked in. It's kicking in.
That's a good point. That could decide how good the
We could either be going like boat party on the harbour or Panthers.
drink it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is he infamous? He says famous, not infamous. All right, bold predictions. Last week I did a weird one, like a hot chick is gonna streak or something.
Close. Penrith game. Did you see it?
No?
Bloke in his budgies was a
Oh, I did see
good
that.
rig. Close enough.
Maybe
Couple of
you shouldn't
goosies.
assume his gender too. You know, it could be.
Sorry.
Could have been a hot chick.
Was wearing male budgies.
I identify as a good super coacher.
Doesn't mean you are.
Yeah, exactly.
Bold predictions. All right. Okay, so
So
I'm gonna go Brown to bounce back. I think he's got a ton in him. I'm not confident with it. I don't own him because I'm fading. I think I'm most likely to fade him. I'm probably going to go Cody or Munster. So that's why I've got it's like I'll be the one I don't get. I'm gonna
You're
chuck
right,
him in.
Hads.
Yeah, my nose is running.
I'm going to go Warbrick for a double this
Yep.
week against Manly, just with that weaker defense. I think he'll be running at the fill-in side. What's the fella's name?
Their left edge.
Yeah, so I'm
Side.
gonna
Oh,
go-
good. He's slow too.
Yeah, I'm going to go with. I think that's enough, isn't it? Warbrick a double and
Yeah.
100, and captain choices. I think I'll just have to lock in Cleary against Newcastle after missing it last week.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll even look anywhere
bet?
around it.
Blue bet? McDonald.
Yeah, Newcastle.
Hads.
I'm going to go bold prediction. Hasn't scored a try all year. Dave Fafita to score a double against his old club, Brisbane.
Oh, it's nice.
Uh,
Against Brisbane, that's
against
very
Brisbane.
bold
That's
too.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Bold, which obviously means I would imagine he would score a ton there as well. And I'm also going to go. I'm not allowed to do the same as Tim, am I?
Yeah, you can. You can do that.
So I think Brown's going to have a big day against the Dogs at ANZ on Sunday, I think it is. So him for 120 plus.
Yeah, well, I think he's had those 50, 50, 60. He's definitely due.
Someone brought up a good point the other day that against the lesser sides, when Para played them, Moses seems to take all the stats and get all the try assists
I
as
was
we
gonna
saw
bring
on
that
the
up. You know,
weekend.
we're talking about SJ being like commander-in-chief of his side.
Sorry.
Moses was so dominant
He
in
was
that game. It was
too
crazy.
dominant for a Brown owner,
Yeah.
personally. And then before I die, I'm going to go Cleary captain as well.
Beer is so good with this. Like, I can't explain it. As soon as you've got beer in your mouth, it
I'll
gets
finish
rid of it.
my
I thought that,
one-and-only.
like, milk does it, this does it. But as soon as the beer's gone, it's back on.
We're fucking idiots.
You're an idiot, mate. Imagine we did this at the start.
That would have been all right.
What did you guys have, a corner each?
Shit content.
Literally.
Share a corner?
No, I had a bit more.
Go on, Sabs.
My bold predictions. I think Cowboys are really struggling. So I think Jackson Ford to go another 70 plus.
He needs to try, doesn't he? You've
yeah.
seen that, though. Like, I was.
I'm going to go upstairs. Don't reckon that's that bold.
No, but if it's joined with something.
Okay.
I
I'll
think
allow it.
Nico Hines has gone sub 40.
That means he's getting injured.
Averages 45 against the Roosters. We didn't talk about Hines because Hines is the big topic. He's a big traded in. I'm not getting him in this week. Actually, we haven't talked about trades either.
Yep.
I'm not getting in Hines this week just because I can't make it happen. I think it's a week I can maybe save trades too. I can start the cash generation next week.
Oh, fuck, I could bash him now, eh? Like, it hurts now. It's really hurting. Why did you suggest this, bro?
Because I saw it. Yeah, I just saw it.
My trades will be probably none.
Yeah.
If I do trade, if I can find one of those cheapies I like and to free up a little bit of cash, I'm going to get Haas in for probably Gerbo.
And I wish I saved trades this week and made trades last week. Would have been so good just to have Cody Walker for Dewey, just to not have to worry about it.
Yeah.
You know, my trades are definitely going to have to be Dewey to one of the big three that I've said. I've identified that's probably not Brown. I could change that. I'm not trying to be deflective, but Cody Walker's got a 0 BE. So that the reason I look at him and go, if I want him for buyers, maybe I get him. But the reason I'm saying I don't really feel comfortable with it is after this week, he's got Penrith and Brisbane, and the draws just still sort of gets a bit awkward.
Paradraw's I know I just said about the Moses thing, but Paradraw's nice.
It is nice, isn't it? Yeah. So that's why I'm kind of still I'm not ruling Brown out, but that's where I feel like if I could just pay up for Munster, I feel like he'll do the job consistently
Yeah, I
for
agree.
me.
Then if you've got no one to downgrade, then yeah.
But the reason I don't want to do Munster is because he's not playing the buyers, and it just feels like a waste. Like I know I'm going to do that. I have to trade him out. So, and to fund that, I've got no idea who I'm selling. It's either going to be probably not Tino because I think I should need to hold him. Downgrade Udukamano. Downgrade either Hopgood or Preston, but I'm so stubborn on them both. I could do a double downgrade on like a Khan Pereira and Alamotti. I think I want to hold Warbrick. Khan Pereira's still got a low BE, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like I
And
could.
how are you getting Munster in then?
Well, I'd sell Dewey
Oh, yeah, okay.
and I'd boost,
Yeah, yeah.
which is really counter good. I don't know what the
I'm live trading.
Yeah, it's not good because my whole idea of saving last week means that if I use a boost now, I've effectively only saved one
But you're gonna
trade.
use those boosts
and
anyway.
I've wasted my
You're going to
boost.
use those boosts, aren't you? Though, anyway.
Yeah, but I want to use those boosts
the end.
for end near finals,
the-
for head to head, and I also for
buys.
overall factor,
Yeah.
I want to use those boosts for the buys,
Yeah.
trading in and trading back out.
Yeah. Just quietly while you do that, Saj, how good is
Golf.
Yeah, that's good too. But how good's Monday footy straight into scores coming out like finalised
I
Tuesday?
do like it.
teamless
It's not good for me. I
Tuesday.
like to have Mondays off, so I'm
I know.
stressed, bro.
Yeah, no.
Well, then we only got 2 days till, or 1 day till 1 day of nothing, and then
Can I ask you a question off topic?
Go on.
Like in rugby league, they're like, "Oh, that guy's just a footballer." Like, did they ever say that in cricket? Like, he's just
Yeah.
a cricket
Yeah.
player.
that guy's just a competitor.
Well,
he's just a
no, but is he
cricketer.
just a cricket? Like, that's is he an
I
all
wouldn't
rounder?
say that. I
Or
wouldn't say we use that term, but he's just a competitor.
could you
He's
describe one player that's just a cricketer?
just, Mitch Marsh? Just a cricketer.
It's a cricketer, that bloke, isn't he? Yeah,
That's the first one that came to my head.
just a
but,
cricketer.
like you wouldn't look at him
Nah,
and
nah,
go,
nah, nah,
special.
nah. That doesn't define it.
Too much flair.
Jimmy Neesham.
Yeah.
Oh, so they've got to be like someone that's a bit not have too
No,
much
no,
talent,
no,
but they
ju-
really.
No, they've got natural talent, but they don't nail one.
Yeah. Just a player.
I'm just a hot chip eater.
No, that's good. I like it. It's a good question.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Are you just score a contract for next year?
Don't know. That all happens over the next.
Oh, so
Little
tough.
while.
Wait.
Well, I had a good year back end of the year, so I think
So you're not worried,
See what
not worried.
happens.
Pretty much. If you don't score one, does that mean you need to get a full-time job?
Yeah, desk job, real job, a real job. I'm pretty lucky to be able to bowl a cricket ball for a living.
Yeah,
but
that's
I've
pretty
been, like,
good.
I
Oh, well,
feel
at least you had a
desk
good year. Like,
Yeah, good
And-
back
and like
good player that came.
they've put good faith in you.
That's
Having
mad.
your
Your
contract.
job is cricket at the moment.
It's pretty cool.
That is so cool, bro.
Pretty cool.
That's
Right
fucking
now,
mad.
For 8 weeks of the year, I'm a full-time super coach.
So when the money hits your bank account, it's like Cricket New South Wales wages.
Yeah, I get a pay slip from Cricket New South Wales.
That's
Oh,
mad.
That's really cool, man.
I mean, there's other people in Cricket New South Wales that also get pay slips from Cricket
if
New
you
South
ever need
Wales
anyone to fill in, like
that don't play cricket. So it's
yeah,
all
I've
the
never
same,
played
like
cricket.
yeah, like admin stuff.
admin and like your community development people and whatnot. But
yeah.
Well,
But it is cool.
congratulations. I know we started this probably, but congratulations on that achievement. That's
Thank
massive.
you, man.
Like
You know what's funny?
make elite sports guy. That's really cool.
And now that
We all wanna be an
now
elite
that Coach
sportsman.
now that Coach is retired, I might be official #1 Supercoach cricketer. Never know.
nice.
No, I'm just
There are a
just throwing
few.
it
There
out.
are a few though. Ryan Hackney.
Hackney's.
I bet he's
Hackney?
not coming
He's-
top 1800.
I don't reckon he would be.
He was coming 6th one year
Yeah,
at
doesn't
one
matter.
point.
Third heading in the last 2 rounds, I reckon.
Yeah,
And then
right.
May-
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's
Wow.
serious super coacher.
And then May, we always talk about. He's always spraying me about my decisions.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then he makes me doubt myself more than anyone. But I think he's just running off.
Is
that,
he a batter?
Yeah,
Yeah, hit him in
the.
the hit him
He's
in the
a-
nets, mate. Just
He's
in
a
the
cricket
nets.
player.
Just so a
He's-
few. What are
When you think
Yorkers
of
at
like
him,
a
mate?
batsman,
know
he's
what
a
they're
cricket player. Just
Penrith boy too.
no frills, just hard worker cricketer. Jay Lenton's pretty good.
We
He's a bit
we
rogue,
used-
though. His
Back
team's
in the day in
different.
Penrith, we used to do a lot of no frills purchasing. That was Franklin's back in the day.
Yeah.
No frills. They're gone now.
Who else is a cricketer and super coacher?
There's a few that not many would know, but we used to have a blues league, but then Coach
Doug
retired,
Bollinger
and then-
wasn't he?
I'm not sure. He was a bit before my
Right.
era.
Oh, before this turns into the BBL podcast, let's wrap her up.
Yeah, right. That's it.
Any questions? We're gonna do a couple of questions. Or a couple
Oh
of
yeah,
questions?
we usually do
do
that.
a couple of questions for the people. They've like pumped them in, so let's find some.
Nah, there's a lot of people just commenting along. We're at 90 viewers at one
Oh, I
point.
like that Latrell Inglis Peachy Wessler. That's a cool one for next week that someone's got up there for the swap move. like that.
Latrell Inglis. Nah, I reckon it's got to be like Wesser, Peachy, Wesser, Peachy, Inglis, Wesser.
Like
Inglis and Latrell are too good.
and too easy to move as well.
Yeah.
Like a Paps or something if we're going this era.
Nah, Peachy, Wesser,
Slater.
Preston
too good.
Campbell.
Nah, easy. So I like to do it where it's not like an obvious move. Where there's one that you can't just go, yeah, I'll just move Preston to 6.
Peachy Wesser was a good era.
It's good.
Definitely will get more clickbait as well.
Hodgson. Brett Hodgson.
Hodgson.
Anyway, we'll think about that next week. Maybe that can be
Yeah.
yours next week, Sam.
Peachy Wesser. Oh, Luke Patton.
Yeah, I think they're 4 good ones. Pretty.
Robbie O'Davis.
How many Origins did Wester play? Like, I remember him
Not
playing
many,
one
not many,
series.
not
He played
many.
a couple.
Robbie O.
All in their prime. Turbo, Stewart, Slater, Tedesco. We kind of did that last week.
Well, if Brett
They're
Stewart's
different-
doing what he's
I
up
like
to
having
now,
Brett
he might
Stewart
be. He
into
might.
these.
Brett Stewart might have a bit more energy these days.
Yeah. Why, did you get charged or something?
Yeah, he got busted with the.
Oh, you get that on the big
Actually,
games.
we're going to talk about this one with Campbell Graham and a few other centers around. Dylan Edwards won't see the number 1 for Blue. I kind of agree. I think Campbell Graham on the wing for New South Wales is potential.
But he could also be a potential, like if Teddy's out, he could be potential anyway.
Teddy's not
So I
actually going to be out.
No, I know. But
Now that everyone's speculating, the poor bloke's going,
yeah, sorry, Teddy, if you're listening, mate.
Will Kennedy,
he's
great
a
shout.
listener of the show. He's one
Clint
of our,
Gutho- Will Kennedy,
Gutho.
Clint
he's one of our day
Gutho.
ones.
Will Kennedy's probably not quite.
Gutho.
for me.
Gutho.
But Gutho's a good one to add to that other.
Yeah, I like that. All right, let's wrap it up. It's dribbling on. Someone says Mike Hussey is a cricketer.
Oh, just a cricketer, Mark Hussey, yeah.
I don't know if he fits the category because
Nah.
I feel like
Just
he
loves cricket.
loves cricket, worked very hard to get to where he was.
Yeah, it didn't
'Cause,
debut
like-
until he was like 30 or 31. Or
And he
something.
was originally a right-hander. Like he would have had to work twice as hard.
I'm pretty
That
sure
just makes him a cricketer,
didn't get to,
doesn't
like,
it?
he didn't
Really?
get
You know,
to-
if
he
he
didn't get
wants to play
18
with
on
left
side.
and right arm, he's a cricketer, man.
Nah, he didn't. That was when he was like 10 or 11 or something. Like,
Yeah, I know, but still had to work for it.
okay, mate.
Is he ambidextrous? Is that what he has the word?
Ambidextrous. I think he bowled right seamers, but lots of people.
Maybe he
lots-
broke his arm or
lots of
something.
people do
Who's
that.
who's an Australian cricketer? Just a cricketer.
Just
Tim,
an Australian.
what's his
cricketer.
name? I was going to say
Yeah.
Tim Smith.
Pat Cummins.
Steve Smith.
Oh,
I don't watch much
right.
cricket. Steve
He's
Smith's
talking about what we were
cricketer.
talking about before about
Yeah.
just being a cricketer.
Just being a cricketer.
Marcus Stoinis? No, he's pretty good looking big rooster.
It's too good looking. Maybe like a Wildermuth?
Yeah,
Not quite.
Are you like just a cricketer? Like
Tim
or-
David? Tim David.
No way.
No?
What do
No
you?
way.
Are you not just a cricketer? Like you're
Um,
exclusively like something? Like I'm just a bowler.
I'm just a fast bowler. Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't.
How do you go under the bat?
I block them.
Do you like to have a bat?
I block them pretty well for a number of 10 or 11.
Yeah.
Don't have many shots though.
That's all right, man.
Don't hit him very far.
Just practice makes perfect, man.
Thanks, mate. I've only been practicing for 20 years, but we'll keep trying.
All right, guys, let's wrap it up now. Cheers for tuning in and join us next week for the podcast in different setting.
Appreciate it. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure. Thanks for coming on.
Fuckers.